Let's have a look at rounding to different decimal place values. So a reminder about the place values. So if I've got a number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 0.8901, then we know hopefully our ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and so on. Then when we look at our decimal values now, so the first decimal is in our tenths place, the second decimal is in our hundredths, the third in our thousandths, and so on. Okay, so that's what we're talking about in terms of decimals. So we first need to identify the number of decimal places we want to round to, then find the number up to that decimal point. Look at the next digit and using that information decide what happens. So let's have a look at this. I've got the number 3.248. So it said, look first, I want this to one decimal place. Okay. So the second step was to identify the number up to that decimal place. So in that case, it's going to be 3 point something. Now I'm going to look at what comes after that. So I want to look at what comes after that. So in this case, the second value, because I want the first decimal place, so I need to look at the second value, the value that comes after the first decimal place. That is a 4. Now we know the rules about 4 means we round down. And in this case, we're going to leave it as 3.2. Okay, and then I just write 1 dp after that to signify one decimal place. Let's try that same number now, rounded to 2 decimal places. So what we're going to do there is we're going to write down the number up to the first decimal place. Okay, then I'm going to look at, I want it to be the second decimal place, so I'm going to look at the number after that. So the number after the second decimal place is an 8. So that means, because it's an 8, I need to round that previous value up. So the 4 is going to become a 5. And so it's going to be 3.25 to 2 decimal places. And whenever we deal with money particularly, 2 decimal places is very, very common to round to.